Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. My name is Liliana Hernandez and this is my cooking show. And today we are going to make this delicious dessert, tres leches, which is a very popular throughout Latin America, known for its very moist texture and delightful sweet flavor. Its name comes from the 3 types of milk used, although in this recipe I use 4 types of milk. The sponge cake I bake for these tres leches is the delicious genoise, which is a French sponge cake, which we will soak with our delicious milk mixture. And here I will share with you the ingredients we will need to make our delicious tres leches, which you can also find in the video description. We start by preparing our mold. In this case, I will use butter and flour. This mold measures 10 inches by 2 inches height. I tap my mold to remove excess flour. In the video description, I will leave a very easy homemade mold release. And I will use parchment paper on the base of my mold. On top of this paper, I could spread a little butter. I will add the eggs, corn syrup, and vanilla to the bowl of my mixer. And I will beat at medium-high speed using the wire whip attachment. I will add the sugar in parts and slowly. Once our mixture is fully incorporated, we'll remove it and take it to the bain-marie. This is called the hot method. You could skip this step, but the result will be slightly different and our sponge cake won't be as fluffy. In a smaller pot than the bowl of my mixer, I will put some water and bring it to a low heat. I will place my bowl on top and begin to beat constantly until my mixture reaches a temperature of 113 degrees Fahrenheit or 45 degrees Celsius. This will take approximately 10 minutes. Immediately, we return our bowl to the mixer and at high speed we will start beating until we see that the volume of our mixture multiplies and we'll see a very fluffy texture. This will take about 3 minutes. At that point, we will reduce the speed slightly to prevent our mixture from deflating. After reducing the speed, we'll measure the temperature of our mixture and when it indicates that it has reached 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius, we'll turn off our mixer. This will take an additional 2 minutes for a total of 5 minutes in the whole process. And see how our mixture should look. It is beautiful. It is a very fluffy mixture and it should reach the ribbon stage. This means when I drop a portion of my mixture and it forms kind of ribbons and they shouldn't dissolve too quickly. That is the perfect stage. We should already have our melted butter because we will use it in a moment and it should be at room temperature. Even that I could continue working in the bowl of my mixer, I prefer to transfer the mixture to a larger bowl to facilitate the integration of the rest of the ingredients. Now I will take a small portion of my mixture and add it to the melted butter I already have. I mix well to integrate them and set aside. We sift the flour to add it gradually to our mixture, and we must mix it very delicately in a folding motion with great care because we need to maintain as much air as possible that we already achieved earlier. This sponge cake does not contain any leavening agents. Once the flour is completely integrated, we'll add the mixture we made with the melted butter, adding it in parts and likewise in a folding motion. Then we add the mixture to the previously prepared mold. Although it is an airy mixture, I remove as many bubbles as possible from the inside, and we take it to the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for approximately 25 minutes. I'm going to use 4 types of milk: whole milk, heavy cream, evaporated milk, and condensed milk. And I'll add a touch of vanilla. I mix everything well and set aside. How do we know if our sponge cake is done? We can press it slightly with our fingers, and it should bounce back like a sponge, or we can also insert a toothpick or rod into the center, and it should come out completely dry. Now I use a spatula to separate the sponge cake slightly from the edge of the mold. And while it's still hot, we are going to poke many holes in it to add the milk mixture so it can absorb them. But before soak it, don't forget to remove the parchment paper we placed before taking it to the oven. And now we soak our entire sponge cake. Let it cool for about 20 minutes before refrigerated. And now we cover it with plastic wrap and take it to the refrigerator to give the sponge cake a chance to fully absorb the milk. Leave it for about an hour. I just took out my bowl and my wire whip attachment from the freezer because I'm going to use heavy cream, and it is always recommended to have all the tools completely chilled. I add my heavy cream, which also comes from the refrigerator, and I also add powdered sugar or icing sugar, as you call it in your countries. And we'll start beating at a high speed until our cream forms stiff peaks. We have to be very careful not to overbeat, as the liquids can separate from the solids, and we'll end up with butter, which of course won't serve our purpose. It is a very quick process, so have a little patience and don't leave your mixer unattended. Now our cream is done, and look how it should be. Stiff peaks. I turn my bowl and it doesn't fall, so it is perfect for decorating. And very important, also to know when it has reached its peak, is that our cream should be shiny, silky, just as I'm showing you here. The decoration is up to each of you and also according to your skills. In this case, I'm going to use this piping bag and this tip with a round nozzle. And look how easy it is to assemble. I simply inserted the tip into the bag and cut the tip of it. I give it a few turns to prevent the cream from leaking out. And I use a glass to help me to fill my bag. Try to don't overfill the bag. My bag is ready to start decorating. And here I bring my sponge cake freshly taken out of the refrigerator. And I start decorating. I'm going to decorate it with sliced strawberries. I intended to decorate with various types of berries, but in the end, I saw that it looked nice with just the strawberries, so I left it like that. Now I sprinkle a little cinnamon on top, and ta-da! Look! Here we have our beauty and our delicious tres leches. Now let's go to see how this delight turned out. Look at this beauty. Tell me if it doesn't make your mouth water. Spectacular. And now the best part of this video is to taste these delicious tres leches. Spectacular! Definitely you should try these tres leches. Did you like this video? If it is so, please continue supporting me by a thumb up, subscribing to my channel, sharing these delicious recipes, and please don't forget to activate the bell so I can notify you immediately I publish another video. Thank you and see you next time. Bye!